with why. You've been a success in business, a success in state government, and you're at a point in your life where many people would maybe hit the golf course or travel the world. Why jump back into politics?
You know, I think what I want to do is find ways to help people, and this is probably the highest and best use of me right now. I think I've got a lot of experience in trying to get things done in a bipartisan way, a lot in the healthcare field and so on. And I just think Washington needs some help, and I'd like to roll my sleeves up and try to provide some of it.
I mentioned our former mayor, Senator Corker, who holds the seat you're running for. He again was forced to address his friendship with you this weekend. You've addressed it a little bit in the past, but what is your reaction when you see him do kind of a two-step to avoid saying derogatory things about you as a candidate?
Well, you know, I think it's kind of odd, and it's kind of a measure of what's wrong in Washington when two people who happen to be on opposite parties but have been friends for a long time have worked together on stuff. I mean, think of the Volkswagen plant, you know, here in Chattanooga. That we can't be friendly and say nice things about each other. I respect, you know, what he's done in the Senate. I respect the way he conducted himself as mayor, and you know, it's been a great pleasure for me to have worked on different projects with him over the years, and I really appreciate the kind things he says in return.
In a lot of your campaign literature and in your videos, you make a big deal about working across the aisle. Knowing what you just addressed about Senator Corker and the atmosphere in Washington right now, how would you plan to do that? What would that look like if you won the seat, considering how divided politically the nation is right now?
I think the first thing you got to do is you have to look at the job as not being, you know, it's not being one where you're supposed to sort of do everything the Democrats say or be opposed to everything Republicans or the president says. I mean, I look at it that I'm an independent person. I can look and see what I think is best for the people of Tennessee, and no matter where it comes from, that's what I should be for. And you know, likewise, if I think it's not good for the people of Tennessee, I should be against it. I mean, to me, you know, isn't so much bipartisanship as being a little less partisan, a little nonpartisan about some things, and just trying to figure out what's the right answer, what's the right thing to do.
You've mentioned that you want to be an independent voice. The right-wing pundits have said you would be more for the Democratic Party ideas than the ideas of the people of Tennessee. Are those different in your mind, and how would you convince moderate voters and Republicans who may have voted for Trump to come over to you when you were courted by Senator Schumer to run and things like that?
Well, first of all, I mean, I don't think any party has got a lock on all of the kinds of things you need to know. I really do intend to work for the people of Tennessee, and certainly not the Democratic Party. You know, when I was governor, there were numerous times when I split with the National Party and with the president. I mean, think about the Affordable Care Act, for example, where obviously there's a lot of pressure on me to support it in every way, and I didn't. I had some real problems with it. So I think that's a good evidence, ought to be good evidence to people that I'm going to take an independent line and we'll be there. And sure, you know, some national Democrats called me and said, "I hope you'll do this," but I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. And but I've made it very clear to everybody. I mean, I intend to be an independent voice, and you know, I'm far enough along in life and so on that I can afford to do so.
And finally, President Trump has pledged to campaign for your opponent, Representative Blackburn, here in the state of Tennessee, one that he won 92 of 95 counties. Is it a threat to your campaign to have the president coming in and personally campaigning for her?
Well, first of all, I won 95 of the 95 counties, and no, I don't think so. I mean, I think people look beyond that stuff, whether it was Obama campaigning for people before or President Trump now. I think people are smart enough to kind of look at the individual candidates and decide who they think is going to best represent their interests.
Governor, anything else you'd like to say before we let you go?
No, this is it's a great honor for me to be considered for this, and I'm working hard at it and trying to get out and re-meet a lot of people, and I don't think that I'm supposed to coast into this job in any way. I don't think I deserve it in any way. I'm just here saying, would like your vote, and I'm applying for it.